I love children. They give me so much hope. Not to mention, I really enjoy watching folks accomplish and achieve things that they didn't think they could do before. We get that opportunity every day in a classroom, but it's really important to understand what our role is and why it's so important not to create any confusion. As the second oldest of 7 children, I know firsthand how important it is not to muddy the waters. Growing up, our parents always tried to make the older siblings the primary caretakers of the younger ones. It was an honor to be able to contribute to the household at a young age, especially when it enabled our parents to work more or get a break. I felt like I was doing my part until we got older, and then I realized that my younger siblings were coming to me to ask for permission to do things. I was coming up with consequences and disciplining them when they were doing something wrong, and I got lost in my role was with my siblings. When they really needed an older brother, they didn't come to me. They hid things from me in the same way I would hide things from my parents. Now, if you're an only child, you might not be able to understand and appreciate this, but your siblings are really your first friends. They teach you how to share, how to fight and argue, and they welcome you to the reality of secret sharing. That once something is shared with someone, it will never be a secret again. Your siblings are also there to pressure test your ideas, stand up for you or with you when there's a threat or danger, and help you cover up your mistakes from your parents. That simple recognition radically transformed my relationships. I didn't play a role in places that wasn't mine to play. I didn't cross responsibilities. I showed up in the way the other person needed me to show up. If it was a boss, I was a boss. If it was a friend, I was a friend. If it was an older brother, I was an older brother, not a mom or a dad. The same is expected of you when you're in the classroom. You are there as a caring adult figure to help nurture and facilitate the learning journey. You are not in the classroom to be a parent, an older sibling, a therapist, or a best friend. That doesn't mean you don't ask your scholars about their day or that you can't be friendly, but the moment you start to wear a different hat, you create confusion. So, how do you actually establish and maintain boundaries with scholars in a classroom? Here's my 3 tips. First, communicate clearly. From the outset, be clear about your role as a champion for their learning. Share what you're there to do for them. For instance, you might say, I'm here to help you with your math assignments or to become a better reader. Second, be mindful of your personal sharing. You need to disclose things about yourself in order to build rapport. Again, there's no significant learning without a significant relationship. At the core of a relationship is connection. Sharing things like your favorite color, your challenges with school, the PG rated parts of your nights and weekends are all acceptable. Sharing information about your dating life, financial struggles, any trauma you may be facing or have faced, because God knows we all have our trauma, is crossing the line. That's what we mean when we say be mindful of your personal sharing. Third, don't be afraid to seek guidance when you need it. You don't need to solve all of the problems and challenges on your own. If you're ever unsure about how to handle a specific situation, ask another educator or multiple educators for their opinion. Let's look at a basic example to demonstrate how to apply what I just shared. During the tutoring session, a scholar begins to share personal issues that are beyond the scope of your role as a tutor. It's important to listen empathetically, but also to set a boundary. You could respond with, I'm really sorry to hear that you're going through this. I'm here to help you with your schoolwork, but it might be best to talk to the school counselor about this. They are better equipped to provide you with some help. I will speak to the guidance department to get you some help with this. You might even share a personal story to foster a connection. For me, when I was young, I asked for help all the time when I got stuck. I knew adults had figured everything out that came with being a child, and I didn't have to reinvent the wheel. If I was feeling something, odds are that other people have felt it before and could deal with it. This can help normalize seeking for help and show that you understand and empathize with their situation without providing any intimate details. The goal of establishing boundaries is not just to create rules, but about creating a sense of security within the learning environment.